you're well and having the most incredible day as always. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. It is that time of the month again where we get to pick our TBR out of the TBR jar. I absolutely love filming these videos. Honestly, this is the video every single month that I honestly look forward to the most. I absolutely love it. I don't know what it is. I just find it so fun. And if you're somebody out there who has a TBR which is growing and growing and you seem to be leaving some books behind, I definitely recommend making a TBR jar. So without further ado, let's pick our TBR prompts for January of 2025. I'm hoping, again, as always, I don't get that 500-page book one. I don't know why I've left it in here because honestly, it's a bit of a killer. So without further ado, we are going to dive right in. I hope you guys enjoy and carry on watching. Okay guys, the pressure is on. Let's pick our first prompt of 2025. I am praying for a good one. Okay, let's go for this one. As always, again, I'm gonna let you guys see it first. Is it a good one? Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, do you know what? I love this prompt because not only do I love reading on my Kindle, I feel like a lot of the books I have are Kindle Unlimited books. So I have a feeling I know what book I actually want to read because this is the book that I have been putting off. And honestly, I think if I don't read it in January, all of my friends are genuinely going to kill me because I have been putting this off for too long. So with that in mind, the first book I'm going to be adding to my January TBR is Zodiac Academy by Suzanne Valenti and Caroline Peckham. This book, honestly, I have put off for far too long. I think I'm genuinely just terrified at how much I could potentially love this series, and I think I'm going to be like sucked into it a lot. So this is the book I'm going to be reading, and I will be doing a reading vlog on this one, which will be really exciting. So if you guys want to see me read this and get my first impressions and stuff, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But yeah, this is book one of 2025. I'm going to hold the back up if you guys want to have a read. You are more than welcome. I tend to try and avoid reading the backs of books a lot of the time because I don't like to spoil it. But yeah, this is book one, and I'm really pleased with that one. So very excited about that. So I don't know whether I said already, I don't think I did, but I tend to pick around 8 books in a TBR jar video just because I like to mood read, so I like to have that as well. So we've got prompt number 2, and again, let's hold this one up so you guys can see. Hopefully it's not upside down. A book set in a small town. We always get this one, and this one, honestly, I do find quite hard, so I'm gonna need time to have a little look around. I've got so many fantasy, dark romance books on my TBR, so this is going to be quite a hard one, although I know what book I could pick. Hang on. Okay, for the second prompt, I decided to go for Running Wild by K.A. Tucker. I think I picked this out for my December TBR last month, but I never really got around to it, so I'm picking this one again. This one is based in a small town in Alaska. If you haven't read this series, it is so good. Honestly, the found family and the emotions in these books are so good, so I would highly recommend. But yeah, I'm going to be reading Running Wild. If you guys want to read the back, feel free, but obviously it might spoil books 1, 2 and 3, but yeah, that is book 2. Very excited about that one. Okay, moving on to prompt number 3. Let's go for one at the bottom this time. So this is prompt number 3. Hopefully you guys can see, and hopefully it's not upside down. Okay, this one is a book you think you will rate 5 stars. Okay, so I know that I have a lot of books on my shelf that I have been wanting to read, but I've been putting off because I know they're going to be 5 stars, which sounds really stupid when you think about it, but actually, I don't know which one to pick. Give me a second, hang on. Okay, so the book I think I'm going to go for is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I have heard nothing but incredible things about this book. Not only this series, but this book in particular. I have heard literally, I don't think one single bad thing about it, and it is a book that I have been wanting to read. I don't even know how long I've had this on my TBR. Like, it has to be about a year, maybe a year and a half. I am so excited about this one. So obviously it is giving Little Mermaid vibes. I don't know whether it's going to have anything to do with the Little Mermaid or any kind of like connections to it at all, but I'm really looking forward to this one. This one is part of a series, and I did actually read Just for the Summer, which I think was book 3 in this series last year sometime. I can't remember when I read it, but it was really good. And now I want to read the rest of them, even though I've read them out of order, but I do really want to read this one. So yeah, this is the 3rd book we're going to be reading in January, and I cannot wait for this one. Okay, so prompt number 4, let's go for this one. Hopefully it's a good one. I'm gonna open it up again so you guys can see it first. Hopefully that's not upside down. Okay, a book with a 4-star or higher on Goodreads. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to have a little look on Goodreads. Okay, so scrolling through Goodreads, a lot of the 4-star and higher are in the midst of series, and I don't really want to start any new series if I can help it, because I am starting 2 already in January. So I think I'm going to go for, there's quite a few to choose from actually. I'll tell you what book I have been itching to read, and I think it might have a good rating on Goodreads. It does have a 4-star or higher. Do I do it? It is starting a new series though, and I just said I didn't want to, but I think I'm gonna have to. Okay, so the book I'm picking for our 4th prompt is Divine Rivals. I have heard incredible things about this book again, but I have heard some people say they didn't love it, so I am really intrigued to see what I think about this one. I have had this on my shelf literally for ages, like to the point where this is now out in paperback. This is the hardback version. I got this when it came out. I don't really know too much about what this book is about. All I know is that the romance in it is really lovely, and it's got a really lovely story to it. So this is the cover. It's absolutely beautiful, and this is the back if anyone would like to read it. I am going to try to avoid it, but yeah, that is book 4. I'm very excited about this one, so love that. Okay, so prompt number 5, let's go for this one. Okay, so again, you guys can see it first and see, is it a good one? I feel like I'm scared. This is a long one. What does it say? A book that ends in an even number of pages. Okay, I feel like with this one I've got a lot of free range of what to pick, and as you guys know, I am really trying to condense the amount of series I'm in the middle of, so I might check my list and see what books I have left and then see if any of those work. Okay, so that one didn't take me that long at all. The first book I picked up is part of a duet. I have read book 1 literally the other day, and I knew I wanted to pick up book 2 ASAP. So that book is Little Liar by Lee Rivers. This is a very dark, taboo, I don't even want to really call it a romance. The first book was so unhinged, honestly. I couldn't put it down, but also couldn't believe what I was reading, if you know what I mean. So this is not for the faint-hearted. This is like Hunting and Haunting Adeline vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of, if you like that, you'll probably like this kind of series. But yeah, this is book 2 in the duet, which also means I can knock it off my list. And this one has 412 pages, which I will show you guys just there. So this is the book I'm going to be reading for our 5th prompt. I'm very excited about it. I do love a dark romance and a dark kind of vibe, so hopefully I'll like this one. Moving on to prompt number 6, let's go for this one. Hopefully it's a good one. Let's see. Is it a good one? What does it say? A non-fiction book. Okay, I don't have a lot of these on my TBR, I'll be honest. I am not really a non-fiction book kind of girl. However, I do have a couple of like memoirs and that kind of thing, and I think I'm gonna have to put this one on again. One sec. So I did have this prompt a couple months ago, and I never got around to reading this book, and I think I might listen to the audiobook because I know that he is the one narrating it, and I think that would be really nice to hear him talk about his story and things. And that is Matthew Perry's Friends, Lovers and the Big Terrible Thing. I have been wanting to read this for over a year now, and for some reason I've just been putting it off. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm emotionally ready to read it, maybe, I'm not sure, but I do have an Audible credit for January that I could use towards this one, and I think that's what I'll do, because I'd really love to hear him sort of go through his story and do it that way rather than me just read it. So that is prompt number 6, and I am really looking forward to reading it. I just think it's gonna be a heavy book, let's be real, but I'm excited to read it nonetheless. Moving on to prompt number 7, let's go for, I'm just gonna like close my eyes and pick one. I feel like that's the best way to do it. This one. Okay, prompt number 7. Is it a good one? What does it say? A black book. Okay, I feel like we have a good range of things we could pick, and I feel like I really want to pick something that's not overly long because I've got some big ish books here, so bear with me, I'll come back to you. Surprisingly, that one was really hard because a lot of the black books I have are either really big books or they're like in the middle of a giant series, and I'm really trying to avoid starting like massive series at the moment. So I think I'm going to go with this one, which I hope does count as a black cover because most of it is black, and that is Let's Split Up by Bill Wood. This one is one that I found via TikTok. I saw the author on TikTok and I knew his book was being released in the works. And this is what it is. I think it's kind of a, like, if you're a fan of Pretty Little Liars and like mystery books like that, like you'll really enjoy it. That's the sprayed edges, absolutely beautiful. Feel free to have a pause and read. But yeah, this is something that I have been really looking forward to reading. I feel like January isn't necessarily the time for this kind of book, but I feel like I don't want to wait until October, so we're going to go with this one, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that is that one. Okay, so we have one final prompt left, and I'm just gonna do one final shake and hope for the best. Let's go for this one. So the 8th and final prompt for January is this one. Is it a good one? Let's have a look. Oh, okay, this one is a book picked by a bestie. Now, I have no one here apart from Ryan because he's in the other room, so I might get him to come in and pick a book. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back, 1 second. This is what he's picked.
I have picked this.
Which is?
Wicked.
By?
Piper Lawson.
Why did you pick that one?
Only because Wicked's been all over my TikTok. Despite it. And I know it's not related to it in any way, shape or form, but...
Same name.
Yeah.
Okay. To be fair, I like the cover of this one a lot. I think the second one has a guitar on the front, so I might have to do a purchase of that too.
Having your camera like this makes me look super tall.
This one is nearly 500 pages. It's like, I just picked some short books, but that's fine. Love it. Good job, high five. Thanks.
Right, I'm going now.
Appreciate.
I'm going to lace up my shoes. For the people that are interested, I'm currently lacing up my new running shoes. Well, actually,
Running laces.
Old running shoes, new laces.
Love it.
Bye.
Thanks so much. Okay, so those are the 8 books we're going to be reading in January. Let's do a quick fire round and go through them one more time. So the first prompt was a book on Kindle Unlimited, and for that I picked Zodiac Academy by Suzanne Valenti and Caroline Peckham. I'm really looking forward to this one. Then we have a book with a 4-star or higher on Goodreads, and for that I picked Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. Really excited about this one, but it is part of a series, so I'm starting a new series this month, but that's fine. Oh no, 2 new series. 3 new series, but I'm technically finishing 2. Oh no, yeah, wait, 4? I don't even know. Anyway, book 2. Next up, we have a non-fiction book, and for that I picked Matthew Perry's Friends, Lovers and the Big Terrible Thing. Again, I think I will listen to this one on audiobook, so I'll let you guys know what I think of that one. But yeah, really looking forward to this one. Then we have a book which ends in an even number, and for that I picked A Little Liar by Lee Rivers. Again, really looking forward to this one, but if you are not into very dark, taboo books, probably don't read it, but if you are, I'm excited for this one. Then we have a book with a black cover, and for that I picked Let's Split Up by Bill Wood. I'm really looking forward to this one. I love a good YA mystery thriller, so I'm looking forward to this one a lot, and I love the sprayed edge on this one, so very excited about that one. And then we have a book based in a small town, and for that I picked Running Wild by K.A. Tucker. I don't really want this series to end, if I'm honest, because it is so good. If you haven't read this series, I cannot recommend it enough. I'm going to recommend it one more time. Incredible. The next prompt was a book you think you will rate a 5-star, and for that I picked Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I have heard, again, nothing but good things about this one, so I cannot wait to read it. And last but not least was a book picked by a bestie, and for that I got Ryan to come in and he picked Wicked by Piper Lawson. The cover of this one is absolutely beautiful, and I don't think I ever held up the back, so feel free to have a little read. So these are the 8 books I'm hoping to read throughout January. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I feel like for this month we have a really good mix of fiction, non-fiction, fantasy, romance. We've got a kind of bit of everything going on, so I'm really looking forward to reading these books. And yeah, that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, please make sure you do, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.